Okay, I have to talk about something absolutely amazing because I'm so happy. But yeah, I a few 2 weeks ago, I thought it would be interesting to have some sort of something on my fish tank to make it a bit more interesting, and I found this sort of floating deck and some little ducks and swans, and it was £9. It's kind of expensive, and so I thought, I really want something because my fish tank just looks empty and I want to get it. And when it came, it turned out that the deck didn't even include. So it was basically a scam. It didn't include the deck, and the ducks were tiny. They're about this big and they weren't floating. The two swans would like turn upside down and then just kind of like hover on the surface whilst being upside down, but the ducks would just sink. So when I said, why have you not given me the floating deck? They basically said it didn't include the floating deck, it was just the ducks, and so yeah, that was annoying. And then I thought, well, if I buy the floating deck, well, it turned out to be another £9, only to realize that it was actually 2 inches big. So basically the whole thing was a scam. And the big one, which I thought what I was getting, was actually it was that big, and that was like £18 more on top of the duck. So anyway, I got a refund for that. But I thought, why am I going with this when I can just go with Playmobil? When I first bought a hamster, I had the idea of using the Playmobil to play with my hamsters so that they can go in the Noah's Ark, and I don't know, but I had quite fun with it. But this made me think, why am I not doing this with my fish tank? And well, they've just both arrived today. I'm so happy. They're 2 hours late on what they were supposed to be delivered. But anyway, look. So this is a floating fish. So on it, I've taken the ducks out. The ducks were a little bit ugly, so I got them out. I've got this one as well, it's still in there, so that the small rowing boat is still in there. I think I don't have the rowers, but look, so they're watching the fish. So it's like my guppies and my orange ones, which are still kind of babies. There's a lot of them, but they're still mostly babies. But yeah, it's like they're actually playing with my Playmobil. That is so cool. And I also bought something else because I was really originally thinking that I should have like a boardwalk. So I thought I found this, and I've got a base for it, but the base is quite big. But I do have other. I don't know if you can see the base. To see that green thing, you put it on there and it's like a Playmobil thing, but the base is too big. But I do have smaller ones, so I can. But I don't think it's going to fit both the boat and this. But I've got black clips like that, and you put the black clips on the side, and then Playmobil need to do something about this because this is a really good idea. You have things like this, and then you attach it to the tank, and then you can put the Playmobil figures on it, and it looks like the Playmobil thing. It makes it turn into like a bridge over the fish tank, and I don't know if you can see that very clearly. I'll probably take pictures and put it up, but that is such a cool idea, and this is my suggestion for Playmobil. Sell them as fish tank toys. Look, because I kind of, this is quite a big fish tank, and technically I don't actually need it to be as big as it is because these fish are quite small, and I don't have the right motor. The motor is a maximum of like 45 litres, so I'm not, if it's 55 there, I don't want to go up to the top because I'll need a different motor, a different cleaning thing for it. But yeah, look how cute it is. So the water is still a bit dirty because it's too light in this area, but I'm going to put it up in the bedroom. But look how cool to see that I've turned my fish tank into an actual display, and I would love to see if I can fit that one on there because that one looks pretty cool. But yeah, Playmobil fish tank should actually design Playmobil that's designed to clip onto like a fish tank like this. You can even have backdrops as well. You need to have I need to get the right kind of backdrop for it. It's just a black one, but that's so cool. I love that idea, and I just thought I would just share it because it feels like going on holiday. When I went to Egypt, they had tours like this where you can sit in the boats and look down at the fish and see all the corals. And I've got my coral there, so it's so cool.